Most people think attraction is about saying the right thing. The Stoics knew attraction begins with how you position yourself mentally before you speak. That is why they avoided empty phrases. And "how are you" is one of the emptiest. It sounds polite, it sounds normal, but it also signals something dangerous. You are waiting for permission to connect. The Stoics never waited for permission. The Stoic problem with "how are you?" When you ask, "How are you?" you put the other person in control of the interaction. You say, without realizing it, lead the conversation, set the emotional tone, decide what happens next. That is not attraction. That is submission. Stoics understood that attraction does not come from curiosity alone. It comes from presence. Why this question fails psychologically. "How are you?" invites generic answers, low emotional energy, predictable responses, good, fine, busy. Nothing memorable happens. The Stoics believed, if your words do not create direction, they dissolve into noise, and noise is not attractive. Stoic attraction is about frame, not flirting. Stoics did not chase attention. They created frame. Frame means you are grounded, you are not rushed, you are not seeking validation. People are drawn to those who seem complete before the interaction begins. Asking "how are you" often signals the opposite. It signals, I need this interaction to go well. Need kills attraction. What Stoics did differently. Instead of opening conversations with questions that hand over control, Stoics opened with statements. Statements grounded in observation. Statements that anchor attention. Statements that assume presence. They spoke as if connection was already happening. That assumption is magnetic. The Stoic realization, hook lock. Attraction is not about impressing. It is about not chasing. When you remove the need to be liked, people lean in. When you stop asking predictable questions, people become curious. The Stoics mastered this by using 6 simple words. Words that shift control, create intrigue, signal confidence, invite connection without neediness, not compliments, not pickup lines. Words rooted in self-possession. What this video will teach you. This video is not about manipulation. Stoicism rejects manipulation. It is about alignment, about speaking from a place where you are already whole. When you do that, attraction happens naturally. Stay until the end. Because once you understand why Stoics avoided weak openings and how they replaced them, you will never start a conversation the same way again, and people will feel the difference before they even understand it. Before the Stoics ever spoke, they understood one rule that modern people miss. Attraction does not begin with curiosity. It begins with self-possession. That is why they never opened conversations by handing control away. They entered interactions already grounded, already complete. Stoic word number 1. You seem focused, simple, direct, grounded, and incredibly powerful. Why this one line changes the dynamic. This is not a question, it is an observation. And observations do something questions never do. They anchor reality. When you say, "you seem focused," you are not asking for permission to connect. You are entering the other person's space calmly. This immediately flips the frame. Instead of them evaluating you, they feel seen. The Stoic psychology behind it. Humans are drawn to those who notice without judging. You seem focused communicates awareness, presence, calm confidence. There is no neediness in it, no pressure. It allows the other person to respond freely. They can agree, they can explain, they can smile. But whatever they do, they are now responding to you. That is attraction. Why Stoics preferred statements over questions. Questions often signal, "I don't know. Guide me. Lead this." Statements signal, "I'm here. I see you. I'm grounded." Stoics knew leadership in conversation is subtle, and subtle leadership is magnetic. How to deliver this line correctly. This is critical. Say it slowly. Neutral tone, no smile chasing approval, then pause. Let silence work. Silence after a strong statement creates gravity. Stoic word number 2. Interesting. That's it. One word, but used correctly, it is more powerful than most sentences. Why interesting is stoically brilliant. Most people react emotionally. They rush to agree. They rush to disagree. They rush to impress. Stoics did none of that. They paused. Interesting does three things at once. It shows engagement. It avoids judgment. It keeps control of tempo. You are not validating blindly. You are not rejecting. You are holding space. The power dynamic shift. When you say interesting calmly, the other person often continues speaking. They clarify, they expand. Why? Because they feel evaluated, not judged. But taken seriously, people are attracted to those whose attention feels selective. Why this word creates intrigue. You're right closes conversation. I disagree creates friction. Interesting keeps the door open. It suggests depth. It suggests you think before reacting. Stoics valued this deeply. They believed fast reactions are cheap. Measured reactions are rare. Rarity creates attraction. How to use it without sounding dry tone matters. Slight pause before saying it. Calm delivery. No filler words. Then let them continue. The silence afterward is what gives it weight. How Stoic, word number 1 and there 2. Work together. You seem focused. Establishes presence. Interesting. Controls tempo. Together they create calm authority, emotional safety, curiosity. You are not chasing attention. You are receiving it. The Stoic shift, important. At this stage, something internal changes. You stop thinking, what should I say to be liked? You start thinking, how do I remain grounded and present? That shift alone makes you more attractive, because attraction is not performance, it is stability. Why most people will never use these words correctly? Because they fear silence. Stoics did not. They trusted silence more than chatter, and silence, when combined with presence, makes people lean in. Stoic rule to lock in. Do not ask weak questions to create connection. Make grounded statements and allow space. Space is where attraction grows. By now, one thing should be clear. Stoic attraction is not about impressing. It is about grounding. Most people try to pull attention toward themselves. Stoics let attention fall toward them naturally. That difference is everything. Stoic word number 3. Take your time. 3 simple words, and yet almost no one uses them correctly. Why this phrase is magnetic. Take your time communicates something rare. You are not rushed. You are not needy. You are not anxious for outcome. In a world where everyone feels hurried, this calm creates emotional safety. People relax around those who do not pressure them. Relaxation is attraction. The Stoic psychology behind it. When you say take your time, you signal you are comfortable with silence. You are confident without response. You are not extracting value from the interaction. This removes tension instantly, and when tension drops, connection deepens. Why most people can't say this line because they fear losing momentum. They think, if I pause, the moment will die. Stoics knew the opposite was true. Moments deepen in stillness. Attraction strengthens when there is no chase. How to deliver it correctly. This is critical. Say it calmly. No nervous smile, no explanation, then pause. Do not fill the silence. Silence after this phrase does the work for you. Stoic word number 4. That makes sense. This phrase is subtle, but its effect is profound. Why this line creates emotional connection. Most people listen to respond. Stoics listen to understand. That makes sense communicates. You are emotionally regulated. You are not defensive. You can hold another perspective calmly. This creates trust. Trust is the foundation of attraction. The Stoic logic behind it. Stoics believed people crave to be understood more than to be agreed with. That makes sense does not say, you're right. It says, I understand where you're coming from. That distinction is powerful. It allows disagreement later without emotional friction. Why this phrase increases respect. People feel respected when their internal logic is acknowledged. Respect deepens connection. Connection fuels attraction. And none of this requires flirting. How to use it properly. Use it after they explain something personal. Keep tone neutral. Do not rush to add your own story. Let them feel heard. Stoics valued listening more than speaking. How Stoic word number 3 and there 4 work together. take your time. Removes pressure, that makes sense. Builds understanding. Together, they create emotional safety, calm authority, psychological comfort. People are drawn to those who make them feel safe without being needy. The Stoic shift, very important. At this stage, something internal changes. You stop trying to create attraction. You start removing friction. And when friction is gone, connection happens naturally. Stoics did not chase chemistry. They allowed it. Why these words feel rare and powerful? Because most people interrupt, rush, judge, compete. Stoics did none of that. They slowed the interaction. And whoever controls pace controls emotional depth. Stoic rule to lock in attraction grows where there is calm, space, and understanding. Do not push. Do not rush. Do not chase. Let presence do the work. At this final stage, the Stoics stopped doing attraction. They became it. Because attraction, at its highest level, is not created by clever words. It is created by inner order. The last two Stoic words complete the system. Stoic word number 5. I see. 2 words, almost nothing on the surface, but everything beneath it. Why, I see, is incredibly powerful. Most people listen to reply. Stoics listen to register reality. I see communicates full attention, no judgment, no rush to respond. You are not approving, you are not correcting, you are acknowledging. And acknowledgement is rare. People feel invisible more often than rejected. I see removes invisibility. The Stoic psychology behind it: when someone feels seen, defensiveness drops, nervous energy settles, authenticity increases, attraction grows in authenticity, not performance. I see creates that space instantly. How to deliver it correctly. This matters. Say it quietly. Keep eye contact. Do not add explanation. Pause afterward. That pause is where the gravity forms. Silence after I see tells the other person you are actually present, not waiting to talk. Why this line makes you memorable? Most conversations blur together. People remember those who made them feel understood without being interrogated. I see does exactly that. Stoic word number 6. We'll see. This is the final word, and it is the most misunderstood. Why we'll see is stoically magnetic. Most people rush certainty. They want answers, guarantees outcomes. Stoics were comfortable with uncertainty. We'll see communicates calm confidence. No need to force outcomes, emotional independence. You are not chasing resolution. You are grounded enough to let life unfold. That is deeply attractive. The Stoic logic behind it: neediness rushes outcomes, confidence allows time. People are drawn to those who are not trying to extract something from the interaction. We'll see removes pressure, and pressure is the enemy of attraction. How to use we'll see properly. Use it when plans are discussed, expectations arise. Someone pushes for certainty. Say it calmly, no smile chasing approval, no explanation, then move on. This signals, I am open, but not dependent. That balance is magnetic. How Stoic word number 5 and number 6 complete the system. Let's see the full arc now. You seem focused. Presence. Interesting. Tempo. Take your time. Safety. That makes sense. Understanding. I see. Acknowledgement. We'll see. Independence. These are not lines. They are signals. Signals that say, I am grounded, I am not rushed, I am not chasing, I am complete. People feel this immediately. And what people feel, they are drawn to. The final Stoic identity shift. At this level, something permanent happens. You stop trying to be attractive. You stop trying to say the right thing. You simply occupy your own center. And when someone is fully centered, others orbit naturally. Stoics never hunted connection. They allowed it. Why most people can never apply this? Because it requires one thing: comfort with silence. Comfort with uncertainty. Comfort with not being liked instantly. Stoics had this comfort, and that comfort is what made them magnetic. The ultimate Stoic rule: lock this forever. Attraction is not created by asking for attention. It is created by not needing it. Speak less, pause more, remain grounded. The right people will lean in. The rest were never meant to. Final Stoic closing, strong end. You don't attract people by saying impressive things. You attract people by being unshaken. When your words come from calm, your presence does the rest. According to the Stoics, the most attractive thing in the world is a person who is fully at ease with themselves. Say less, mean more, and let silence finish what words never could.